Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA, and home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt, who hope today they will hit all of the right notes. And the Commodores will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Texas Longhorns offense takes the field for the first time today. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Shoots it to the left. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
I'm not sure you have much in the script to convert a third and this long on the opening drive. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Takes the handoff. It's blue. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it. Open.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll line up for a second down play. Now the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the...
He's going to let it go. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Here's the fair catch, but there is a flag on the field. We might have to do this one again.
Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. To throw, it's Manning. He makes the connection.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
That last completion sets him up on second down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Longhorns are flying down the field. They move the tight end all over. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to take a shot. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Well, it looked like that might be the first touchdown of the game, but what a great job by the defender, seeing the football and swatting it away.
Got it in the middle, it's held. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on third and short from the 29. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the third down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
It's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Longhorns look to do some damage in the red zone. Looking for room, it's Baxter. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on him. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Commodores offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And who says you can't find big-time tight ends anymore? Both of these teams certainly have.
In modern college football, Reese, tight ends are becoming a bigger and bigger part of offenses. And what a treat today. We get 2 of the best in the nation.
Yeah, going head-to-head, catch for catch. I'll be interested to see which offense uses them differently and can find ways to maximize these guys' strengths because they're ballers.
Finds Zach Freese, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Pavia. Quick completion on the out. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Well, they try to go with draw. They didn't catch the defense blitzing, so it wasn't a great look anyway. But up front, they just got beat regardless. And that back, David, had nowhere to go.
He had nowhere to go, but those offensive linemen, you got to set and you got to invite those defensive linemen up the field and kind of push them by. And you could tell they didn't do that. They didn't create any holes. There was really nowhere for him to go. You got to give him that first little hole, and then maybe he can make a move. So the offensive line needs to do a better job.
Wants to bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. So now they're staring at a 2nd and long from their 20. Quarterback will keep it. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds a man in the middle. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Past the 40. Hit the afterburners, kid. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Wants to throw, it's Pavia. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in third and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
And the returner is stopped. Here comes the Texas offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback,
he lets it fly. And the pass hits, picked off, bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver, they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to the offense.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They get him down after he makes the catch. The Commodores want to crank the tempo. On second down, he'll fire. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
this offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And the Commodores line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner will be brought down. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Quick with the spin move. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He leaves it with the back. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
The Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the returner will be dragged down. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And now on first down after converting with the run. Back to throw, it's Manning. He fires to the left side. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking...
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Trying to take it back. And what a return as he takes it back to the 8. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Trying to get to it. Got it! That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Vandy.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Touchdown Doors. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. Feeling some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. They get to him as he throws. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Longhorns will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Looking for a block. It's Brown. Makes a move. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Offense set on first down. He'll start this drive firing. Got it on the outside. It's Stowers.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Complete downfield. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The corners are walked up tight. Looking to go up top on first down. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Commodores will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Pavia. Throws to the wideout. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. That is incredibly frustrating for coaches and fans. You have that huge play, and the penalty takes it away. First down here for the offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Alexander. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Well, the offense just set themselves up in a bad situation on this one. 2nd and 3rd and long, there's not a lot of guesswork. Defense knows they're throwing the football, and you could tell in that pass rush, man.
Throws for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Commodores.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up, you keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. He's looking deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He wants to throw. Unloads it left. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Nashville as we say hello from our broadcast studios. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at First Bank Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
That's reeled in. It's Dillon. Makes the catch and knocked down. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him wide open. And he breaks into the open. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon? Back that can play wide receiver. He can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now for this defense moving forward.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Another big gain on the catch here. Big target out there like a Roy Williams was back in the day.
No doubt. And find your guys, find your matchups. And listen, when you're at Texas, you recruit at a high level. You usually get better dudes than you're playing against. Find those guys, let them make plays for you.
Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
The Longhorns are on the move. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Gets it out quickly. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. To the air. It's Ewers. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Longhorns. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense getting set for 1st down. Looking for a gap. It's Alexander. On the move at the 30. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Great job of contained by this defense, and in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football.
And that pass is intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
They'll run it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Commodores will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Trying to get behind the defense. Holds it in on the left. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
And the quick shuffle pass underneath.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little.
Caught close to the marker. It's Bond. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. He's looking to throw it. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. They'll try the right side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding, offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Well, guys, Vanderbilt has the lead here as the quarter comes to a close. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. 2nd down coming up. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Back to throw, it's Ewers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. He'll need some juice in that arm on 3rd and long. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He fires one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I love the wheel route. I love calling it because most of the time I'm going to get my running back, who's a fast athlete, in space against a linebacker or somebody who can't catch him. Nice play design. Nice job throwing it out in front of him. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And the Commodores get enough for the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him for the sack.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Commodores decide to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He gets it away from his own end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Looking for the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that one.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Back to the air one more time. Got a man. It's Moore. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Looking downfield, it's Pavia. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And as they come to the line, they have the lead, and they have the clock on their side. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They give him the rock again on second and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. They'll run it here on third and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the field. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Looking to pass. It's Pavia. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got it in the middle. It's Dillon. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. On the move, it's Blue. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
This is why they're such a terrifying team to play, which is why I said on a video that barely got any views that they are the last team I want to play against this year. Because to me, there's a game plan that can work.